Hello again, Aquarius. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au. It's already March 2017 and your ruling planet Uranus is the planet that endows you with some very unique, progressive attitudes. You don't like to do things in the way that others expect you to do them. And this month could highlight that fact because there are some planets, in particular Mercury, which is going to move into the conjunction of your ruling planet on the 27th. That's later in the month, but even leading up to 5 or 6 days before that, say around from the 20th on, your thinking is going to be really electrified with this conjunction. Mercury is a very friendly planet to you. It rules your fifth house of creativity, and your 8th house, which is the really one of the mysterious houses, the hidden houses, the house of the zodiac that delves deeply into the psychology of yourself and others. So you're going to be endowed with some brilliant insights all round this month. Venus is also in the close proximity of your ruler in the 3rd house with the moon and Mars as the month commences. But strangely, it's not going to actually have the courage to make contact with your ruler. It will go into what we call retrogression. That will take place on the 4th, very early in the month. So it's almost as if this is one of your lucky planets, by the way. It rules your 4th house and your 9th house, just about to make a conjunction, and then it pulls back. It's not going to make that conjunction this month, so we're going to get onto that next month. But certainly in matters related to your housing, your domestic circumstance, something that you had hoped might happen or come to pass or connect with may have to be put on hold. There is a delay surrounding that from what I can see. And also these planets, the moon, Venus, your ruler Uranus and Mars in this 3rd house have a lot to do with journeying, travels. So Venus ruling your 9th house of long-distance journeys could also have something to say about having to postpone something that you'd had your heart set on. 9th house rules long journeys. It rules religious activities. It rules litigation. It rules all sorts of higher intellectual studies. So those things come under the jurisdiction of Venus and may also have to be put on hold for the time being. It doesn't mean everything is going to be put on hold, but those specific things may be put on hold. Mars moves to your 4th house on the 10th, and that precedes the full moon, which is going to take place on the 13th. So the 10th, the 12th, from what I can see, is also important because the position of Mercury at the right angle to your other ruler, Saturn, is not easy. That happens in the 2nd house of finance, and Saturn being in the 11th house of friendships. That could be, for some of you, a bit of a sticking point with your associates or those you consider friends. And happening in the 2nd house of finance, never a good idea to mix business and pleasure, money with friendships. Keep that in mind. And so the full moon that I was talking about takes place in the sign of Virgo on the 13th. Virgo for you is the 8th house of sexuality and shared resources as well. So there's another little thread creeping in there that has to do with friendships and the way you deal with money. But certainly sexuality, full moon there, could bring with it some interesting times. We needn't go into too much detail. I think you get the point there. And then we see the other important aspect there is the movement of the sun into the 4th house. So, with Mars, then you're going to have, let me have a look at that conjunction. That's an important one. I don't see it right here now, but I was looking at the sun coming in. It's not going to make a conjunction of Mars this month, but it will certainly move into the position of the 4th house where Mars is, highlighting 2 very fiery planets in that area, which can bring with it some restlessness of spirit, some debate, and some obstacles based upon the people that you live with. If not family members, those that you happen to cohabit with. So it's important for you to decompress the situation, especially after that time of the month. We see also on the 18th some additional responsibilities that I talked about. Sun coming to the square aspect of Saturn. That is just before it moves out of the sign of Pisces into Aries. And this is all, again, financial. Mercury, Sun and Neptune in your second house, creating with it some very blurred edges over the way you are conducting yourself in business, the way you are earning money. It's always a good idea, especially in your work, to get clarity on the terms of engagement where money is concerned, and most importantly with your friends this month. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight. It's a brief insight. You can get more at the site, my website, astrology.com.au, where we have a beefier version of what I've given you there. And again, in the context of the bigger picture 2017 with your yearly forecast. And you can punctuate every day with our daily readings, which are very popular amongst hundreds of thousands of people. So I do look forward to seeing you there and back here again next month if you'd like to join me. Take care. Bye-bye now.